Try this again. See if I can get going good this morning. I looked like I had some problems with my other video. I don't know. I don't know if I might have to kind of check it out. Hey, Greg, how are you this morning? Hey, Ponka. I don't know what I had some problems with my video a minute ago. I tried one earlier and it wasn't quite working. So I'm going to try to get this going. Can you give me a thumbs up on the volume and everything? I've got a different microphone over here I'm working with. I hope everything's coming through good over there. Good. Okay, great. Yeah, volume's good. Okay, good. I can't tell, especially when you change things out. I changed out a microphone on this and anything. It didn't seem like I had to kind of kill off another video. But I hope all y'all guys are doing good this Sunday morning. I got in here just a little bit late, I guess, with some things. Well, yeah, I mean, you can only get so good looking with me. I mean, I'm the part, you know. Yeah, I've been hard at work. I've been working real hard here at the store. Store's done real well. I can't complain. We've had a very good week here. That hey, Mechanic Mike, how are you doing this morning? Yeah, everything seems to be kind of clicking here at the store with our advertisement and everything else seems to be working out pretty good, and I'm happy with that. And we've been real busy with the trucking business and everything too this week. I had good return on the investment. No, I'm not open to the public yet. We're still working on that. I mean, I just basically maintain my shop across town. I've got I'll have three shops, I guess you might say, when everything's said and done. We're having to use a good bit of the shop area right now just to stage all the parts. We got a ton of parts in. We got about $500,000 worth of parts that Napa was able to sort of underwrite me on and everything. So floor plan. I guess floor plan would be the terminology on it pretty good. But having the backing of Napa and their what they like to see and everything is pretty good. I was at a Napa meeting earlier this week on Friday. A lot of good things coming down the pipeline for us in Napa. We got some new products and a few things. Some brake lines I was really impressed with. Now that we're coming out with a brake line that you can actually bend. It's got a different material, but you can actually bend it like the old steel line where you can't bend. This one you can bend it in a circle and everything. So it was pretty impressive. We had some of the reps down there showing us some of the new products they're carrying. I needed to get that in quickly because I've had guys come in wanting to get some steel line. I believe you're right. I believe it's that copper NiCad. I believe you're right, Mike, because that's a product, and it was fantastic. I mean, you could just bend it completely in a circle. And I have never seen that before. And we've got the old steel lines. Yeah, I'm on the major highway here in my Highway 150, which is a major highway in Cherryville. I was on Main Street in Cherryville, but Main Street is a slower street than Highway 150. Highway 150 is the thoroughfare going completely from Shelby to Lincoln, and that's a lot better situation for me. Yeah, that's a lot better situation. So I'm really pleased with that. Well, what are y'all guys up to this week? I'm seeing. Well, yeah, that's what I would imagine you would, Mike, because uh, it's it was fantastic, and I can see the application good down here. Well, hey, Chris, how are you doing? How's the weather been out west? I've seen you've been fighting it a little bit here and there. I know we've actually we haven't had that bad of weather here. We've actually had great weather this past week. It got up into the high 70s and everything else. So we've had a little bit of a cold snap yesterday, but the weather's been fantastic for us. 21 degrees today. It's not that bad out here today. I think it's it's in the 30s this morning, but I think it's pretty good. It's not supposed to get that high, but I think we're fine. Have y'all had any more projects, Chris? I've been watching y'all. I've noticed y'all poured some more cement, and we're digging a footing the other day. You would have probably liked to had my traco that one day you was digging that footing. You can get right up against the building with a little traco I got. It's got it'll work as a traco, and plus it articulates too like a backhoe, which really does do a great job. It does a great job for footings and stuff like that. That way you don't have to have the outriggers, where you're having to work with the outriggers. They really get in your way sometimes. But you did a good job. Looked like you got everything squared up on that. But it's one of these days. We're over here working away. Okay, you're pulling wire and doing some insulation and sheetrock for the HVAC guy. Yeah, well, that's good. All that prep work, that's tough sometimes. You gotta get out there and get all this stuff done. The main thing about when you're digging all these holes and you're running all these lines, what I always try to do, especially if I get an opportunity, if it's something I'm gonna have to chase something later, I always run some extra PVC or something that I can bury, so I can run something later if I need to. If it's in a location, like if it's going in between something, a lot of times I'll run an extra channel of some description and cap it off, so I can get back in there and do some things later. I've done that. That's come in handy a couple of times. I've got a piece over in between the sidewalk at my house that I did like that, and I poured a sidewalk, and I put some PVC under some Schedule 40 underneath it, so I could, if I ever had to run a wire underneath that sidewalk, I didn't have to tear it up. Hey, Craig, what's up? Yeah, I'm over here just working away at the dealership. I'm over here at the Napa store today. As you can see, I'm over here at my wife's office. She keeps it. Hey, Craig, how are you? Yeah, uh, she keeps hers a little bit neater than I keep mine, so I thought I would just venture over here into her office. That works out good for us when you do like that. And this is my rough morning here. You might can see some old gray beard and everything. I hadn't shaved this morning, just rough housing it, trying to get some work done over here. That's what you have to do sometimes. Just get up on a Sunday morning and keep on digging. Yeah, the wives do that. She keeps hers. Any kind of mess I got something back here behind. What is that? Oh, that's yeah, that's something. I was looking at something back there, but looked untidy. That's something that I put down. Yeah, it's Yeah, wives seem to have a little bit better hold on keeping things neater. And my wife's a pretty neat person. Yeah, she keeps me in line. Now I get over here and I'll do a little work and she'll jump onto me and say, "Why did you mess up my office?" And I said, "Well, I had to come somewhere where it was actually neater than mine because my office is on the other side of the building. It's nowhere as neat as I got wires and mixers and monitors and computers and things strung all over the place over there. So yeah, I have a hard time of keeping it looking good, and that's a problem between my office and her office. So it's nowhere as neat as hers at all. But I haven't had a real good week at the store. I'm very proud of what we've done at the store this week. That I think it's finally some things are paying off for us, our advertisement and everything else. And I've actually taken on a new job starting this week. That's one reason I'm kind of wore out right now. I'm going to be doing a DJ thing. I've got the local radio station. Well, actually, it's three radio stations. I'm going to be doing an oldies show for 2 hours each week, but I'm going to pre-record it here at my office, my studio, and everything. So I'm getting a little bit of trade out advertisement and everything else for doing that, and I'll be able to do something I used to do years ago as a DJ. A little rusty at it. I did it 30 something years ago, but I still like getting over there and spinning the oldies and everything, play a little bit of oldies and doing that sort of stuff. And, just trying to, I will just try to, do a few things that are entertaining for me. I don't know if it'll be entertaining for everybody else, but our advertisement is actually working pretty good on these radio stations. I'm getting a lot of response, getting a lot of people coming in saying they're hearing it. And if we can turn it around and it helps my Napa store, that's the goal. It's not so much me reliving my youth as a DJ. It's more to be able to get get an opportunity to get some good advertisement. I'm trying to catch up what we're talking about on there. Now, whose YouTube channel is that, Craig? Or is that yours? That's not yours, is it? Yeah, I'll have to give you a copy of that. Now, when I say oldies, now, Chris, I mean oldies. I mean, I play music from the '60s, '70s, the '50s, '60s, '70s, and '80s. I've got about 4 decades. I'm doing that. Oh, okay, Craig. I see what you're saying. Yeah, but yeah, I have to. If I get the radio show completed and everything where I can drop it online, I'll give you a copy of it or whatever. Right now, it's in rough form. Right now, I have to drop some FTP files and everything over to it. It's a little technical, but I'm gonna try to get it and do that, and mainly, get the advertisement in for uh, my Napa store. That's the alternative and everything. Okay, you lost. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, you lost me for the last minute. Okay, are you talking about me? Oh, Chris, you lost me. Have I gone off the air? I don't know. I'm not showing anything. All my signals are good. Is my signal good with everybody? Okay. Oh, it was your computer. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, Ponka, thank you. Scared me there for a minute. I'm all wired in here. Hopefully I'm in good shape because I've got I got everything wired direct. I don't have Wi-Fi, so it should come in good. Okay. All right. I guess I was reading something wrong. I thought, yeah, I'm on a good signal here. I've got a good signal coming into the building, and I'm wired direct into the computer, so I'm not even trying to shoot a Wi-Fi anything. I was just hoping I didn't have anything go down that I didn't know about. I was reading the text, and I thought somebody had lost me for a little bit. Yeah, that's you. You kind of scared me, Chris. I thought something that I had done. I thought you was getting the old circle of death or whatever that is on YouTube when you get it, and I thought that's what we were doing there for a second. But I'm enjoying seeing the progress of the store and everything. The store's kicking butt right now. We were up 48% from last year at this time in the month of January, and I'm real proud of that. And I'm hoping that this month will be even better. So that's and it makes you feel good when you go down to Napa to the corporate meetings and they're talking about you too. That's the kind of thing that makes you feel good. So, we're still not to the level that I want to be. I mean, of course, you're probably never going to be to the level you want to be. You're always wanting to get better. And I know that this store should be able to do probably twice what it's doing right now. But at least we've got the product in, and with the product line that we've got in, we're able to, when people come through the door, oh, hey, go-karts and gone fishing. Okay. Well, I try to be, I try to be a good guy. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I need to get my subs up too. Well, go-kart, just be sure and click on mine and add me as as on one of your subscribers. I'll have to do the same thing. Yeah. Well, just add you in there. Hey, Christopher, how are you? Yeah, we're trying to, get our subs up too. The better I get my subs up, the better off I am. I'd like to get on up. I'm not over 1,000 myself yet. So, if he's got 1,000, he's doing pretty good. So he hit 1,000 last week. Okay. I haven't hit 1,000 yet. So I need to get my subs on up there a little bit myself. I'm not trying to set the world on fire, but I like to be able to get to all the subs I can and, get the message out. I mean, the more I can get the message out, the better off I am. I like to be able to chat with everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Just, if you're talking about this mic, yeah, you can get me in there too. Whatever I need. Like I said, I need all the help I can get. The store, Chris, that's what I was just telling. The store has done really well. I'm really tickled with that. And one of the things I'm thinking about doing, and I don't know if you guys want to see it or not, but I'm thinking about doing a product, show some of the new product lines that we've got. Hopefully that would be good. Uh, I've had some things that I thought was interesting that are coming down the pipeline with Napa, and just even some older things that we always have that maybe some people don't realize that Napa carries, because Napa carries a real good line. I mean, I'm real proud to be associated with Napa because of the fact that the product is good. Yeah, I'll have to show y'all some things. The store, I'll do a store tour and everything before long too. Yeah, I'd like to do that too, Chris. I mean, Yeah, I like to do that. Yeah, I've been real busy with everything this week. Like I said, we 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 put a new driver on in Savannah, and Barbara and I went down to Savannah and Hilton Head uh, Saturday night, I believe it was. We left, went down there Saturday night, was down there Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday. Came back Tuesday. Did we come back Tuesday? Yeah, I think we came back early Tuesday morning, and had to get back up here for the store because I had a lot of the Napa reps here at the store. We're still putting up product from those huge shipments I've gotten. We've about got it all shelved up now. We've got it all in the store, but just trying to get everything organized. Now, that's the great thing about it. I mean, Napa has sent reps out to help put this product up and put it on my shelves and line it up and get it organized and everything. It's a fantastic organization. So I can't say enough about our Napa stores and reps and everything. They do the work. They really do. Yeah, I the thing that sold me on buying the Napa franchise was the fact that I was a Napa uh, customer to begin with. I mean, had it been, I mean, no offense to the other guys, I never have used the other guys as much. I'd always use Napa. Yep. Yeah. I'm surprised I hadn't seen JC in here yet this morning. He's probably, I don't know if he's snowed in again. I don't know what the weather is on the Northeast again. He has been busy. Jessup, Georgia. Okay. All right. Tractor 55474. I appreciate you jumping in here. Yeah, I'm trying to uh, you know, like I said, get my subs up and try to get more people interested in my Napa product. My, we have some good product out here. I think we got something that uh, people can look at and see and like I said, with my trucking business, I was a big Napa purchaser anyway. So when this opportunity came for me to buy the store a little over a year ago, uh, I had to think long and hard because it's another adventure. Yeah, we can do the same day. Now that is the one good thing about Napa. We have what to call we have the midday deliveries that we can actually get deliveries. If we get it called in early enough, we can have it by 1 o'clock. Yeah, so we make hydraulic hoses too. We just made a huge investment in our hydraulic line. We spent probably 45,000 just on hydraulic just in the past few months because hydraulics, I mean, they're expensive to operate as plus, it's a great thing to have. And we love having our hydraulics. We worked hard yesterday on a couple of hydraulic fittings and everything for people. Yeah, yeah, having that's a good thing. I'll have to when I do a tour next time. I'll show you my hydraulic setup. We were able to increase it a good bit, like I said, and I got the new hydraulics. I got the new saw back there, and plus we got the two different presses. We can do what they call a 2 wire press and a 4 wire, so we can do hoses real small all the way up to these huge uh, industrial hoses and everything. We can do a lot of them. Of course, those big hoses are very, very expensive. They're expensive for me to keep back there, much less, keep the fittings and everything for them too. We've got a large amount, but we're happy with it. We're happy with it. You never have too good. Okay. Yeah, we build a lot of hydraulic hoses. I mean that is, like I said, that's one of the main things that I would say we probably right now we're building hoses for at least 15 to 20 customers, maybe more every week. Now the Hydro Boost, I don't know which hose you're talking about. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with the hydraulic hoses. We have a lot of farmers in this area and a lot of construction workers, and that's what we're trying our best to do is to accommodate them, because if not, they're going to have to travel 40 or 50 miles to get that done. And we're the only auto parts store in the area that actually does this, and so we're real pleased to be able to accommodate people with hydraulic hoses. So that's a big thing. We're real tickled with that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're the hard to get hoses are some of the things. I mean, we get people come in. Sometimes I'm wondering what kind of a piece of equipment have you got this on, because they go, well, yeah, it turns here, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I'm going, geez, okay, we'll build it. You draw it out, and we'll put the connections to it and everything. But sometimes I wonder about it. But it's one of those things we like to. It's interesting, doing cabling and hoses and all kind of things like that. That makes this store interesting to me, is to be able to solve problems. Yeah, yeah. I've got well, my tractor shop. We got on Craig. We actually have two others shops across town. I mean, this shop that we have here, we're going to add on to right here at the Napa store, so I can move everything back here. But the other two shops I got one that's 60 by 160 and we can put about 10 trucks in it. And then I've got another one that's 60 by 80, and I can only put two trucks in it. But that was my first shop I started with. But it's a good shop, and actually it's kind of cozy, and my guys like it. My guys use it as much as they do the great big one, and the great big one's got the you got excuse me, guys. Like the old saying goes, I had a frog in my throat. I was doing all right till it crossed its legs. So you have to excuse my. I don't want to have to. Maybe I should mute my microphone when I'm coughing. Yeah, it's always good to be able to get your equipment into dry. That's for sure. Yeah, the Mountain Dew does a pretty good job. Get a little bit of Diet Mountain Dew in my throat. But yeah, it's good to be able to keep your equipment inside. We got a place to keep our skid steer and our toolcat and our Traco inside and everything. We try to, but then every time I do that, I'll take part of that building and fill it up, and next thing you know, I won't have it inside. So it the equipment is the equipment. It's nice to be able to keep it inside and keep it contained when you can. But a lot of times if you're like me, I'll end up losing space before you know it, and I won't have anything inside. I've got a couple of pieces of equipment inside that I try to keep all the time. Of course, now my wife, she wants me to keep her car inside. I got a 68 Mustang, that convertible for her, that's inside. Yeah, it does. It makes it last longer, and that's what you got to do sometimes, is try to do that when you can. But it's tough sometimes to, well, if you need the building to work with. Gosh, yeah, we get a lot of pollen out here, that's for sure. Oh, the F-150, we got the F-1. Well, I've got 3 new F-150s. So I don't know. I got 2 that I've got the gas in. I've got a 16, a 17 that have got the gas engines, the V6. They're doing good. I like them just fine. Then I've got a 18 that's got this new diesel in it. And okay, I'm glad to see you back, go-kart. I got an 18 that's got the diesel in it, and it's doing fine. That's my new business partner, the boy that works for Hendrick Motorsports and everything. He's the one that drives that one. I've got him driving that one, and then of course we just got a new BMW for the wife, so that's our newest thing. We got a new 2018 BMW with the X5 diesel. I haven't shown that online yet, I don't think. And that's we have another one like that. We had a 2015. We still got the 2015, but it's been real good. And they've quit making the diesel BMWs. 2018 was the last year they made it, and we were planning on waiting until 2019, and at the end of 2019 or 2020, and get a new BMW. Then we thought, but we found out that this was the last year that they were making it. So my wife called around, checked around, and Hendrick BMW in Charlotte had 2 of them. So we went down and got that. So that's the latest thing we got was the X5 diesel. And it's a good vehicle. We really like it. We took it to Savannah the other day, and I got 34 miles to the gallon on the trip. It's trips, well, from here, from Cherryville down to Hilton Head is about 250 miles, 255 miles, something like that one way. And it averaged 30, and running at 75 miles an hour too on interstate. So it wasn't like I was babying it. I was running 75 miles an hour, and actually at 70 miles an hour, it really seemed to be the sweet spot for that vehicle, because I told my wife, I said, I kind of looking at everything in the total aspect of it, right at 70 miles an hour on interstate was running really good. Yeah, now the newest Power Strokes, the F-150 with the 3-liter diesel's what I've got. I don't have the big one. I've got the 3-liter on that, and it's doing good too. That truck's getting, well, I think part of its application too, but Landon got a little bit heavier foot than I do. He keeps it in. It's got a sports mode. He says he likes that sports mode. He runs it more in it. That sports mode. I think he says he's getting about 28, 29 miles to the gallon on that, and that's a 3-liter diesel. But he loves it. He really likes the vehicle. He says it's really doing good. I've only driven it a little bit. Of course, now I have the V6 in my F-150. Oh, you got a sister lives in Savannah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Savannah. Savannah's a nice area. It is really booming down there in Savannah. The ports have just, I mean, they're building buildings everywhere down there because of how this port's exploding down there. Yeah, the V6 has a lot of torque, I think. Now, it's not a big pulling thing. I mean, I've got a dually Dodge that I use if I'm gonna be pulling. I've got a enclosed trailer that I think it's a 24-foot enclosed trailer that I use to haul stuff, and I use my dually with that. I don't try to do it. I've got a little small trailer. I got a little 8-foot trailer I put behind my F-150, but I try not to overload it. I mean, I can feel I want my equipment to last, so I try not to abuse it too much. But it does a good job. It does fine. Yeah, you got the 3.7 liter. Yeah, I think that's what mine is. I haven't. I get lazy on the motors and everything like from what I used to be. Nowadays, I mean, I'll look at some of this and I won't critique it like I used to. I used to, know every aspect of it, when I was young. But the older you get, the more you go, okay, here's what it is. Oh, you got a 2012. Okay. Yeah. I've enjoyed my F-150s. My brother that works for me, has the 2016. We got the 2016 and the 2017 at the same time, a little over a year or so ago. And I gave him he got the 2016. It was a year-end deal type thing. And I got a little extra deal on it. And he liked it and liked the color. And it was a brand new truck to him. So he was tickled with it. So he runs it. Yeah, it is. Georgia real estate's tough right now. Well, hey, Montana, glad to see you're out here and getting in the fray of things. Oh, you're at work. Oh, okay. So you're working away this morning, are you? Minus 38 right now. Wow. Good gracious alive. I'm glad I'm not sharing that temperature. I noticed I have a friend that okay. I had somebody that just chimed in on a message. I don't know what he was talking about. Okay, something's going to wake that Daytona. Okay, I guess it will. I, I don't, me, I just, I got a chime. I got chimed in on a message there, and I didn't even recognize the conversation. I think they may have hit me wrong there. I don't know. So you just got. I hope that snow doesn't come this way. I hope it goes up to the northeast. I'll let JC and people that can handle it better than me get it. Yeah, minus 38 is not what I want to be at. I'm 38 is not what I want to be at. So I know minus 38 is entirely the wrong direction. Phew. I bet you do look like you probably look like the Michelin tire guy, don't you? If you're all bundled up. Well, yeah, that. Now, Craig, now where are you at? You're saying you're 32 today. That's about it's probably in the 30s right now. I hear. I hadn't double checked the temperature. Oh, you're in Kansas. Okay. Yeah, here in North Carolina has not been too bad this week at all. I mean, the weather actually was great up until yesterday. Yesterday was the first sort of overcast, cloudy, colder day. I'll say you're about 3 hours north of Ponca. Okay. Yeah, yeah, the Carolinas. This is one thing I like about the Carolinas. I mean, we have pretty good weather year round. I mean, it's not too wild seasons and everything, so it's pretty good. Oh, Tim's come up a good bit since you got up, Chris. Yeah, yeah. If you're talking about the mosquitoes and everything. The hotter the temperature, the worse it gets. It's not too bad here in our area in the Piedmont, but yeah, when I go down to the beach now, the mosquitoes and the are pretty bad, and all the everything. Yeah, I like. I mean, no offense, I've driven all around the United States, and of course, I was raised in this area, and this is home to me. But I really love our area. I mean, we've got the mountains are just a few miles west of me, and then the beach is not too far to the east of me. So I feel like we've got the best of both worlds right here in the Piedmont section of our area, and I can get to any location I like pretty good, and see a lot of scenery and good weather, and it's just a pretty area. I think I've always loved the Carolinas, and I mean I love all the parts of the United States, and it's good to have a variety. But for what I like to live under, the conditions I like to live under, this suits me as good as anything. And so I'm very happy to be able to call Carolina my home. I can tell you, and it's not a bad place to live at all. Nate's got an office in the wild. Okay, all right. Well, I don't do any Montana. I don't do any winter gardening. My wife has a few flowers she puts out, but no, I don't do any. I don't do much gardening. Period. My wife is she's got the green thumb. She does a lot of gardening around the house and everything as far as flower garden. I don't raise any vegetables or anything like that. I used to years ago when I lived at home with my dad. Uh, I was raised on a farm and we did that, but I always kind of felt like I would just buy from the grocery store. And I know that it, I don't know, I didn't ever get the love of gardening like some people do. Some people like it, some people really love it. And I can appreciate the fact, and I do a lot of things. I guess I do bulk things. I mean, like I like to get mulch. Uh, I collect. I've got a friend that has a uh, wood chipping business. Well, he's got a tree service business, and he'll bring his wood chips down and pile them up for me, and I turn that so I can make my own mulch and everything, and my own compost, and I like doing that. And I really it would be handy if I basically get it for my wife and do it for decoration and everything, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not much into swimming either. I can tell you that. So I'm not. I'm too old to swim, and and as slow as I would swim, I'd be shark bait for sure. I can tell you that. If they wanted some old wore out meat, yeah, I'm not a swimmer. I'm not a swimmer at all. I did that when I was young and things like that, but I'm not a swimmer. I'm more of a floater than a swimmer. Uh, when it takes that much exertion to get from one point to the other point, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, yeah. I think I'll sit on the beach and drink a cool Mountain Dew or whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm well. Actually, I don't even sit on the beach. When I go to the beach, I like to walk up and down the beach, but I can't bake at the beach either. A lot of people do that. My daughter-in-law, she will go out there and sit out there on the beach from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I just can't do that. I mean, I like to listen to everything and watch it, but uh, yeah, yeah, I'm more of the patio weather, and I like my patio at home, and I've got a pond in the backyard and all that sort of stuff. But No, I'm not. I'm not into the. I'm not into the baking at the beach or swimming in the ocean. Uh, I did that. I went to in my younger days. My wife and I went to Cancun, and we went snorkeling one time. And a good friend of mine was with us on the trip too, and he was older than me. He was probably 15 years older than me, and we were snorkeling, and everybody was a guide was sort of telling us what was going on and looking at all the different fish and everything else. And he kind of got choked a couple of times snorkeling a few things. And when we got on the raft and came back, he said, and this would be me nowadays. So he said, if I want to look at those damn fish, I'll go to an aquarium. So I'm sort of like what Jim was in that, because I don't think I would want to get out there and snorkel and deep sea fish or swim out in the ocean anymore. I'll enjoy it from the seashore, I guess. Yeah. Well, if you want sweet tea, now we got great sweet tea over here. That's for sure. My wife and I, we go to a barbecue place over here that we love, and uh, it's got great sweet tea. Really, 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 really sweet tea. Got to get back to work. Well, I actually got to get back to work myself, Montana. I'm gonna be cutting this short here in just a few minutes myself. So I'm gonna get out of here and say bye to everybody. And uh, I need to switch you over, Montana. Let me get you. I need to switch you to. Let me see if I can get this switched right quick from Montana. Well, dang it! How can I do it here? It's not coming up the way I want it to. Well, I'll do it later, I guess. I was going to put Montana in as a moderator, and my computer is not wanting to. The screen's not wanting to cooperate with me. Let me. Yep, not want to do it. That's bad. I'll have to get it on another screen. Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna try to get some more work done. I've got to finish up for this radio show I'm gonna be doing this week. So I'll talk to you next week. Y'all have a good time. Maybe I'll start putting some of these Napa videos up of Napa products. So I'm gonna try to work on that too. So y'all have a good time and good week, and I'll see y'all out here on another day. See you next Sunday.